So M. Night Shyamalan's movies, some of them are great, some of them are not. It's kind of hit or miss, and I feel like the last couple he's made have not been the best. But there's always something you can get out of those movies. There's always some sort of moral dilemma. One of his movies that came out in 2021, I enjoyed more than the average person, but it became kind of a joke. People treated it like kind of like a comedy when it was not meant to be one. I'm talking about the movie Old. This movie was filmed like during 2020. Like I think they wrapped filming in November of 2020. So like right there in the middle of the pandemic. It had a huge cast for like a pandemic movie, and I always found that interesting. It came out the next year, and I remember it being like one of the first couple movies I actually went back to the theater to watch. I feel like during that time, during the pandemic, we're all thinking about our mortality, right? Because there's a virus going around, people are dying, you're kind of separated from your loved ones and your friends, and you're just kind of thinking about life. And so here comes a movie that's about your life passing you by so quickly. It felt really relevant to the pandemic stage. This film, it doesn't have like the best writing. A lot of it is just very on the nose. But overall, I enjoyed it because it really did make me question a lot of things about my life and what I found important. And it made me realize like it's important to live in the moment, appreciate your loved ones, like spend time with your family, spend time with the people you care about, because life just goes by so quickly. This film, if you haven't already seen it, it is about an island destination. This family of four, a mom and dad, their young son and their young daughter, go to visit this resort. The parents are about to tell their kids that they're about to get divorced, but they wanted to have like one nice family vacation before they did that. And they meet someone that works at the resort who tells them about this like wonderful beach that's kind of private, and like, oh yeah, just go there and spend the afternoon and we'll drop you off and we'll pick you back up. So they get in the van and they go to this beach. The hotel leaves them with this giant cooler of food. And then they start seeing, other people at this beach, a couple other people from the resort. And then they soon find out that they cannot leave the beach. Every time they try to leave the beach, they become disoriented and become very sick, and they have to go back to the beach. And they soon realize that they are starting to age at a very rapid rate. Like the children are starting to grow older. I don't want to give like the whole thing away. I basically given what was in the trailer. Some of the character choices are quite cringy. Like there's a man named Mid-Size Sedan. There's a character with that name. There are some good actors in this film. And of course, M. Night is in there. He has the cameo himself. But I don't know. Overall, I like the message of the film because, as time goes by, they are kind of questioning what is important. The couple at the beginning is kind of going through their marriage, realizing what is and what isn't important. There is like a moment near the end where that couple is quite a bit older, and the man just looks at his wife and he goes, "What were we fighting about? I don't remember." This movie is quite cheesy. It does make you recognize things about your own life. It does make you question about like what are you spending your time doing, because we don't know when our time's gonna be up. It could be up the next day, it could be up in 50 years, I don't know. So like it is a good message, a little bit poorly constructed, but overall, I mean, I enjoyed it. I think it's worth a watch if you're just looking for something to pop on. I felt like a little bit too long in certain places. Like they could have wrapped it up a little bit, and like the twist isn't that great, but it's still worth a watch. I think right now you can watch it on Peacock. I would rate this film probably like maybe like a 6 out of 10. Again, not great, but worth a watch. But yeah, I think even poorly constructed movies can make us think about what's important in our own lives and can kind of teach us something.